Hi there. Just checking to make sure that we're on. Not yet. Ah, there we go. Okay, I think we're up. Okay. Hi there. Welcome. So today it's our first day of the week together, and we are looking at we have a new week to study together and to explore the spiritual foundations of Yesod. And Yesod is, hi Chuck and Lisa, hi Valerie. Yesod is, we're really kind of, moving down to the ground. Yesod is foundation, but it's also thought of as bonding. And it's interesting, in the same way that at the beginning, loving kindness, so chesed and gvura, loving kindness and discipline comes together to make tiferet, which we've been talking about as balance. Yesod comes right after netzach and hod, and there are many who believe that it's kind of the combination of those two things that come together to provide Yesod, which is a foundation. It's your groundedness. But I love that word bonding. It's when you bond with something. And on this first day, of course, loving kindness is the spiritual dimension that exists inside Yesod, the bonding. And one could say, is it even possible to bond? Or is it even possible to, I don't even want to say attach yourself, but to bond yourself with something, someone, or yourself without loving kindness? Doesn't loving kindness have to be one of the things that allows someone to bond with anything else? And isn't loving kindness also the foundation of everything that we do? If we don't have our hearts in it, then how can we even stand on 2 feet? So the idea that we need to have loving kindness in Yesod, in our bonding, in our foundation, in our groundedness, that's the only way that we can do it. And it's wonderful that chesed is always the first, because that's the base for all of it. We need to approach our lives from the point of view of loving kindness in everything that we do. No matter what the other spiritual dimension is that we're talking about, we need loving kindness in it. So I was reading something today from the Institute for Jewish Spirituality, which has wonderful writings and wonderful people to teach us about mindfulness and meditation. And there were 2 things that, and I'll tell you who it is. I actually have it here. It is Josh Fagelson, who runs the program. And he talks about how he used to love watching, Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers and Gene Kelly and all these people dance. And that there's something amazing about the way they dance, because it's a combination of both strength and finesse. And, that's kind of what he thinks of as the foundations of our lives, is this idea of a strong foundation needs to have, right, that netzach and hod. It needs to have energy that comes from us, but it also needs to be a little bit elastic and allow things to be and to take things as they are. And it's that combination of us putting ourselves forward, as in addition to us allowing things to also mold us that are happening to us, that provides the strong foundation that we need. Just like if you want to dance, you need that strong foundation. You need to push yourself to dance sometimes, and other times you need to let the others lead. I thought it was a nice metaphor, the dancing as it comes into Yesod and the foundations of everything that we do. Also, I think it's important to note, because we can't neglect it, a couple of things. First of all, we've been through a year where our foundations have been really turned up. Little did we know what our lives would be like this year, but everything that we know about life, the foundation of our existence, has changed. Our priorities changed. The things that we care about in our everyday lives have changed. There is an approach to everything that's so different now than it was even a year ago. And so it's going to take us a little time to kind of refocus the foundations of who we are, what we do, what we like to do, how we spend our days, who we spend our days with. And we can't just jump back into that. It's going to take us some time to kind of reestablish the bonding that we have with various things in our lives. Little did I know I would bond with this room back here, but obviously this is a comfortable space now for me, one where I feel safe and one where I do 90% of my work. But I have to change that foundation of my everyday life. And we're all going to have to do that. If we do that with loving kindness, it's going to be not just easier, but it will happen in a way that will be more smooth to our hearts. It won't bruise our souls to say, okay, I need to change a lot of the kind of ways that I'm doing things now, because that's what we're going to all need to do, which is going to be extremely difficult. I've been reading several articles about the idea that when people are vaccinated, they still feel kind of like they have to stay indoors because and behind closed doors because that's the way we've been living for 14 months, and it's hard to just say, whoa, now I can go out and do everything that I have been doing in my life. So this Yesod is going to be very important for all of us to explore this week. What have we gotten used to? What are we bonded to? What are the foundations of our life right now? What were the foundations of our lives a year ago? And how do we move from here to there? I think that's going to be one of the big questions that comes up in front of all of us in the next couple of months. And we begin with a good, loving foundation, to love that foundation of who we are, so that we know that no matter how we change and no matter what we do, we're still us. And that we're taking ourselves, that foundation of who we are, and we're bonding to ourselves so that we can make the best decisions as we go forward. We're going to start in a moment, but I also wanted to something that I thought we could just mention is there's a terrible tragedy on Lag BaOmer last Friday. As a matter of fact, it happened while we were doing our meditation, that there were 38, believe, were killed, trampled, as people were trying to celebrate Lag BaOmer. And my understanding is that a crowd surged and people were pushing from behind and really utzing to get in. And, that's the Netzach. Netzach was inside of people as they were just yearning to get in. And sometimes that's what happens when too much of our Netzach gets in the way. If only people could have waited patiently, everyone would have gotten into the tomb where where Shimon Bar Yochai was buried, and there wouldn't have been any issues. But unfortunately, human beings are human beings, and it's a tragedy that it happened. And I just wanted to acknowledge that before we go quiet, to understand that that we need to continue to move forward, even after tragedies. We can take them with us, but it's just, I don't know if it's a warning to all of us to take hold of ourselves and understand when we're in crowds, how to behave. But it was very upsetting what happened over the weekend, and I wish that I had known before. I could have mentioned it at our meditation, but we mention it now, and our thoughts and prayers are with all the families of people that have been injured and people that died. Again, everything needs to be with loving kindness, and so our hearts reach out to them. Just a reminder that we're thinking about our foundations, our bonding with others, that which grounds us and keeps us with our feet in the ground. And one thing we could just do even before we start being quiet is just, ground yourself into the chair. Feel how the chair supports you. Feel how the ground supports you where your feet are. These are the ways that we can kind of anchor ourselves in one place so that when we're done, we can go out into the world. So we're just going to breathe, concentrate on our breath. Taking normal breaths. If you need to take a bigger breath, by all means do. But we're just trying to breathe normally and trying to feel our bodies and feel how our breath sits in them. Another form of bonding with the insides of our bodies. And we're not trying to change anything, just trying to allow things to be as they are for now. If you're having difficulty concentrating today, or if your mind is really taking you away, sometimes it helps to count your breaths, or to count your breath, feel your heartbeat, concentrate on those two physical sensations in your body. if your mind does take you away, it's just a little bit of a reminder to bring yourself back to your breath with loving kindness. There's no need to be frustrated. If you've been doing this for a while, you know that it happens. So just bring yourself back to your breath. Bring yourself back to what it feels like for your stomach to expand and contract. As we approach our last 5 minutes or so together, we end with asking for certain feelings. And appropriate to what I was talking about earlier, we ask, may I feel safe? May I feel healthy? I can only speak for myself when I say, I know that I am safe. I have been vaccinated. I still wear a mask in public, but I still am fearful, or have been. May I feel safe is an invitation to feel what you are. Now, if you sincerely feel you're not, perhaps this is one way to turn yourself around so you can begin to feel safe. May I feel healthy? I think that speaks for itself. Just because I have one or two parts of my body that are a little bit in pain doesn't mean I'm not healthy. May I feel healthy? May I feel safe? May I feel safe? May I feel healthy? To continue to ask yourself these two questions, put these questions out into the universe. May I feel safe? May I feel healthy? Perhaps it's an invitation to think about what might make you feel healthy, what might make you feel safe. May I feel safe? May I feel healthy? And if you'd like to invite someone to be with you, and your mind's high in front of you, you can offer these feelings to them. May you feel safe. May you feel healthy. May you feel safe. May you feel healthy. For just a couple of breaths, let's stay on that person. May you feel safe. May you feel healthy. May you feel safe. May you feel healthy. Let's just bring it back to ourselves. May I feel healthy. May I feel safe. May I feel safe. May I feel healthy. Just stay on those two phrases for several more breaths. And for just final moments, let's just go back into our breath. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that you were able to find some stillness and peace. May you feel healthy, and may you feel safe. And let us continue to think about loving kindness in bonding. Have a beautiful evening.